Time now for the sports here on Joy News Prime. I'm Gary Al Smith. We begin with the countdown news on the 2019 AFCON qualifier between Ghana and Kenya that will be played in Nairobi in just a couple of days on the 8th of September. Black Stars coach Kwesi Appiah is expressing his delight with the return of midfielder Kwadwo Asamoah to the side ahead of that game. Asamoah is returning to the national team after a 4-year absence following his recurring injuries. Appiah insists the 29-year-old has a lot to offer following his recent outings for Inter Milan.
He comes and he gives out his best. I think, I don't know, I wasn't here during Abraham Graham's time, whether he invited him. Since I came, when I invited him, he said, he pleaded with me. That time he was injured. Yeah. And someone has taken his position at Juventus. So he pleaded with me that, coach, please, just give me small time because now I'm out of position and I'm trying to fight to get a position. And he told me at the end of the season he will leave Juventus. So when he leaves, automatically he will come.
Still counting out to that game. Don't forget that the Black Stars will be camping in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia ahead of that game in Nairobi. Meanwhile, news coming in from Kenya says that the pitches are ready and all is set on their side and they are waiting for the coming of the Black Stars.
I have read, I have listened, I have watched a lot of.
So, quick preview of what is next now. That was Albert Comey, the CEO of Aduana Stars, speaking there. Now, he is having his say on the dissolution of the Ghana Football Association Executive Committee. Albert Comey has blasted members of the ESCO who leaked information to the government to help in this latest process.
I have read, I have listened, I have watched a lot of opinions. Maybe mine is different. Because the question I also ask back is that were we given the opportunity to do what they're asking us to do? When the issue came, we've not watched the tape. And we're not the type that will listen or will hear something and then act on. The president told his side of the story. And that is the only thing we had. We wrote and we requested for the tape. You should find out from another side whether they gave the tapes to us to watch. When some of the colleagues watched the tape and they came, we took certain decisions. But I've come to realize that even in the meeting, some of our own members were giving the government the hint. That's where government took over the GFA office. Because government knew that if it had not taken over the office that day, the following day, some of our members who were cited, we're going to let them step aside. We dissolve the referee association, a whole lot of things. If you're my friend on Facebook, everything I've read, I'm yet to see one person telling me that those decisions were not. So yes, I don't blame government. Our own people divided themselves before for all selfish parochial interests that they want. So I have decided myself.
When you say your own people within the executive committee?
Oh yes, I have not stopped telling that some of them, if you ask them, our WhatsApp, I have written there that every decision that we've taken, they give it to the government. Look, let me tell you, initially I was very bitter. But I realized that it is the information that our own people have given to the government made them to react. Because some of them have gone to label us as NDC. You understand? As I speak to you now, no political party can come and tell me and lay claim to me. Because I'm on records that when I'm there, you bring any political t-shirt, I will not wear it.
It's a big weekend for Ghanaian boxing. That's because Isaac Dugbe is fighting, but you wouldn't know considering that the hype has been quite low. He'll be fighting outside the country in the United States, and it's the WBO junior featherweight bout that sees the Ghanaian gear up to face Japan's Otake in his first title defense. And to tennis, a juvenile tennis player in Ghana, 13-year-old Ivan Wularu, is dreaming of playing with some of the world's biggest names, and that will be in the ATP World Tour in the near future. Though tennis enjoys little popularity in Ghana, Ivan says he's determined to brave the odds to become a world star. Love FM's Nanaya Ojima recently caught up with him at the Ball Boys Tennis Championship in Kumasi and has come through with this report.
With a weaker backhand, Ivan used his powerful forehand to his advantage and made his way to the finals. He capped a convincing winning streak over older opposition, beating Francis Boy, who is almost twice his age, with enough stamina to spare.
I know their weak points before I go to play with them. So then I put the balls at the weaker points, at the weaker side. So that's why I get my points.
So do you think you have a future in tennis?
Yes.
So going forward, what are you going to do to make you a world champion or an African champion?
I think I have to start playing tournaments. Tournaments outside so that I can get more experience.
Ivan has trained under the best of tennis coaches in the country with parental support from his father. Though the 4th Garrison Officers Mess Tennis Club is keen on promoting tennis among the youth, it ensures young members are punctual in school. Lieutenant Colonel Franklin Jamra Amwako is a member and main sponsor of the Ball Boy tournament.
The leadership of this club ensures that they go to school. They ensure that, or they only allow them to come here during weekends when they are not in school.
Club officials say they are aiming ultimately at producing a world champion within the next few years. SS Abebe is president.
This year they've performed excellently, more than every year. You yourself, you saw the small boys playing. Last year we didn't have that category, but this year they've been super. And then we are encouraging them to play more.
And that's the sport. You can get more news on myjoyonline.com, including this week's fantasy football show, which will be airing tomorrow in full at 2:10 p.m. on Sports Today. I'm Gary Al Smith, and that's the sport for now.